Welcome to So You've Become an Online or Blended Teacher. Now what? This is episode 3, What Humans Need. The focus for this episode is what students and teachers need to be successful in learning and teaching. As a teacher, you're probably familiar with Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs from 1943. It's endured because it makes sense. Until people are safe and their body's needs are taken care of, they don't have the mental energy to focus on their psychological needs. And until those things are taken care of, they don't have the energy to focus on self-actualization. Maslow did modify this theory a bit later, allowing things aren't as steppy as this. They sometimes overlap, but it's a good place to start. What you need to remember, though, is that you're a person too. So you need safety, adequate sleep, healthful food, sufficient exercise, an opportunity to de-stress. You need those things as much as your students do. An international study published in January of 2021 found that teachers all over the globe have huge levels of stress because of the lack of off-duty time and the large amount of time spent on non-teaching tasks like administration, meetings, paperwork. In the case of teachers, excessive working hours, the report says, a high work intensity and a lack of recovery time have been shown to impair not only teachers' own well-being, but also by extension their motivation and ability to provide high-quality instruction. Results suggest that spending more time on non-teaching related tasks is associated with higher levels of stress. So be sure to take care of yourself first. As they teach you in first aid classes, you can't save anybody else if you're dead. You are at your most effective when you're well fed, well rested, and calm. And so are your students. We don't have a lot of control over whether they slept enough last night or whether they had breakfast this morning, but we can help lower their stress levels a bit. The middle section of Maslow's hierarchy is about psychological needs. People need to feel like they belong and are loved and appreciated. Horn and Staker, in their book Blended, say that the two most important jobs of a school for teenagers are to help them feel good about themselves and to let them have fun with their friends. Students can vote with their feet. They can skip school and stay home. But research shows that if kids are enjoying themselves and they're interacting with friends, they go to school. In online learning, this means students need to feel connection to their classmates and to their teachers. There are tons of ways to encourage these connections. One is online discussions. If your learning management system supports discussion forums, then you're really lucky. And don't forget to set up a student lounge for them to interact socially. Just keep a loose eye on it. And set up a think tank forum so students can ask and answer each other's questions. Mine doesn't offer that, so I do some online discussions via live video conferencing apps like Google Meets or Zoom. That can help. Also, I can do it in other ways. I send out questions for students and let them share their answers with each other. Getting to know you assignments done in the first few days of class are great. Group projects also encourage connection, as can peer review of assignments. As the teacher, reaching out to students on an individual or small group basis, especially if they seem to be struggling or disengaging, can make a huge difference. Of course, if you're a blended teacher, the in-person time is a great opportunity to have students work in small groups and get to know each other better. At the top of Maslow's pyramid is self-actualization. Not everybody becomes a self-actualized human, but we can give students the opportunity to try having choice, having voice, and pursuing things they care about, or even just figuring out what they care about. When we give students choice, they're more engaged in their learning and they're more motivated to work on something meaningful to them. The same is true for you. If there's something besides teaching that you're passionate about, maybe you can find a way to include it in your class. I love science fiction, so my English classes get to read some classic SF stories. It makes my heart happy. Making choice bigger for your students can be as simple as assigning an essay or speech on students write about something important to you. Because I'm looking for research skills, writing skills, and maybe speaking skills. The topic doesn't really matter. And how many essays on the same topic do I want to mark? Or we could ask students to analyze one of the following 6 short stories and give them an option to suggest another title. Unfortunately, working with teenagers means not all our students are ready for us to say, for the final assessment in this unit, find a way to show me what you know. Some are going to need a lot of scaffolding and support to get to the creativity, problem solving, and application pieces that are part of self-actualization. See episode 9 for a little more about the metacognitive and self-discipline skills that students need support with. Thanks for listening. If you have questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. As usual, there's a reference list posted in the comments. Thank you.